opening pieces, I think are reflections of his younger self. The first of which, in A minor, is a sort of exuberant, energetic, sort of dance-like piece, full of sort of passion. And the second in A major is far more introspective and I think brooding of his love at that time for Clara Schumann, to which he is dedicated. Thank you. Grieg's piano sonata in E minor, which he composed at the age of 21 or 22. And it's an extraordinary piece of work for someone so young, really. And it's often neglected in the canon, I think. It's not particularly well performed or well recorded either. I think you can hear Grieg is really making a name for himself really with this piece. I think he's determined to make a mark on the compositional world. He signs his initials in the first three notes of the piece, D, B, G. As the piece goes on, I think you can hear Grieg's style start to permeate through the sonata form. There are elements of these sort of woodland murmurings and creatures that sort of burst out, particularly in the second movement, I find. It's the most evocative of that sort of spirit. And it's a piece that really, again, I think, follows that quite typical sonata form, where we go from E minor at the end, and it bursts into this amazing, almost chorale-like texture at the end in this glorious E major phenomenon. were written in the same year, in 1894, after a relatively extended hiatus for writing for the piano at all. He's best known for his requiem, his songs, and his chamber music, but it's often forgotten that he was a remarkable pianist, and of course an organist at the Madeleine. And I think that his sort of organ heritage, if you like, permeates through into his piano music. You often hear these layers of textures, particularly in the bass. He likes that sort of rich, deep texture in piano writing. But I find that these are two pieces that are reflections on water. The first of which, Nocturne, starts with that lovely sort of flowing, song-like texture. And in the middle, sort of, you get the sprinkling of a fountain bit. And that fountain sort of begins to trickle and eventually erupts into sort of full-blown splashes of water. And Barcarolle, the word Barcarolle is a reference to the song that gondoliers would sing as the boat would sort of rock down the canals. And I think Fauré's interpretation of a barcarolle is rather choppier than the sort of gentle canals of Venice. This is very much, I think, being at sea. And this is music that feels like it really throws you from side to side. And you get these sort of small moments of calm, but really there's a sort of bubbling tension that exists all the way through the piece. So those are the Nocturne No major and Barcarolle and Chopin.